everybody, Shannon and Patrick Norton here for Signal by Sony, and we just got back from CES in Las Vegas, and it was awesome.
We saw some amazing gear, did a metric ton of walking.
Yeah, I tracked my steps more than 5 miles per day. Woot! Just gonna say that. So last week we gave you the first look at new gear announced at CES, like Sony's new high-res turntable and a 4K high dynamic range TV, plus some of the future tech Sony showed off at the CES show floor.
Now, in the weeks since, you posted some great questions on YouTube, Facebook, and on your blog, so we're here today to answer a few of those and get you some detail and some information.
That is right. So let's get right to it with the first question from Mike Johnson, who asked, what is the difference between the X940D and the X930D, or is there any difference?
10.
It's a good question. The biggest difference is the backlighting. The X940D is a full array local dimming LED TV. The X930D uses slim backlight drive, which is a new grid array backlight system to produce the contrast and brightness of a thicker full array TV on a super slim TV.
Now, while we're talking about TVs, Radioactive Smurf asks, why don't, it is a funny name, isn't it?
I like his name.
Why don't companies focus on frame rate first rather than resolution? Frame rate is lagging far behind in terms of TV broadcasts. It's not really an either or kind of thing because each bring a different experience to the viewer. Both frame rate and resolution have a major effect on clarity, so companies do try to maximize the motion clarity of the frame rate of the content that's provided by creators. Sony TVs use Motion Flow XR, which ensures smooth, clear motion. However, color and contrast are just as important, so 4K HDR, that's high dynamic range, is the industry's big focus this year. To maximize 4K HDR content, Sony has technologies like Triluminos for color and extended dynamic range for contrast.
And when it came to the new models, we saw a lot of questions on input lag and refresh rate. So the native refresh rate is 120 Hz, which is the maximum refresh rate for a 4K TV. Sony's Motion Flow XR technology can give you the visual effect of up to 1440 Hz. On the questions about input lag, so while Sony announced the TVs with some details, a lot of the specs are not announced at CES. The product team told us that more details and specs will be shared closer to when the TVs are officially launched in the US, but they said that these TVs will continue to have some of the lowest input lag, even when video processing is engaged.
Which is amazing for gaming. All right, another topic we saw a ton of questions about is related to Sony's efforts around OLED TVs. Bandito894, just one of the people curious about Sony's plans here. We asked Sony's TV team about this, and they told us that they're investigating several display technologies, including OLED and Crystal LED, and that Sony's actually one of the largest producers of professional OLED displays. In fact, many 4K movies are mastered on the Sony BVM X300 Reference Master OLED monitor. While high-end RGB-based OLED panels are great for professional applications, Sony doesn't believe the RGBW type of OLED panels currently used in consumer TVs really meet Sony's performance standards for color, accuracy, motion, and shadow detail. Sony's goal is to build the best TV in 2016, and they believe that in 2016 the LED is the best display to achieve that goal.
So moving on to the new high-res turntable, the HX500, D. Grayon asked, no 78 speed, we don't want to digitize our collection, we want to hear vinyls. USB port is useless. So you're right, there's no 78 speed, just 45 and 33. While there will be people who see the USB as a feature that doesn't appeal to them, the HX500 is designed without the need to connect or even consider using the USB connectivity and digital backup if they don't want to. There's a lot else built into the design to enhance the quality, so even without that add, people will be pleased with the performance.
Also talking about the turntable, Phil Biker3 said, what the heck is DSD gonna do here? Will the turntable come with authorship tools for SACD? Unless this thing comes with a sound card with a DSD DAC built in, the only way to play those files back is to convert to high-resolution PCM, which would be fine anyway. Look, there will be some authorship tools available with this turntable. There will be free software for both Mac and standard PC that allows a user to record in standard wave format in addition to single and double DSD, as well as setting track points once the album is backed up digitally.
And FX asked, does the turntable just have phono out or does it have a photo amp so you can directly plug in speakers? The HX500 offers the ability to connect to either an external phono preamp for your choice along with the flexibility to connect to a standard AV input offered by home receivers. This is accomplished by a manual switch on the rear of the unit and determines the output type to match a person's preference.
All right, we got to wrap it up here. Thank you for posting your questions, you guys. And as all these new products get released this year, we're going to get some of them in the studio for an even closer look.
In the meantime, if you want to watch more of our videos, just go over to youtube.com/signal. For now, this is Shannon and Patrick saying see you next time.